All right then. Good morning, everyone. Today is May 26th, 2021. This is a regular meeting of the members of the State Liquor Authority being conducted in Albany and also remotely. We have in attendance Chairman Bradley in the Albany offices, Commissioner Fan and Commissioner Ford attending by video. We have staff in attendance all in Albany, General Counsel Meyerhoff, Deputy Commissioner of Licensing Roberts, and myself, Secretary Donahue. The next meetings of the authority will be June 9th and June 23rd. Those meetings will be conducted as we've been doing all the meetings since last April, remotely with video conference with the members and no appearances by any of the licensees or applicants. Chairman, before we get going, and just to note for those watching, we're going to take 3 items out of order. But before we get going, do we have any other announcements to make?
I do not.
All right, then. The first item we have is 1631J. This is a proposed advisory regarding COVID-19 related method of operation conditions.
Yeah, why don't I start? So this is an advisory that is addressing the additional restrictions that have been put on licenses in connection with CNC pleas for executive order summary suspension cases. In many such settlements, the board has has counter-offered that they would accept a CNC plea as long as certain hours restrictions or entertainment restrictions were put on the license. And we have a prior advisory where we indicated that we would be creating a procedure for the removal of these additional restrictions when the pandemic was over. And the pandemic is not yet over. There are still restrictions governing the operation of licensees related to COVID-19, whether someone is following the CDC guidelines or not. There's the requirement of checking on vaccination status, and for those that you're not checking vaccination status on, the DOH guidance is still in play. But we are going to go ahead and lift those restrictions now through a procedure that Commissioner Roberts is going to discuss. Are you Commissioner Roberts?
Some days.
Okay, go ahead.
So I just want to make it clear for anybody who's watching that the advisory lays out the process with which licensing will return these licenses to licensees who are summarily suspended or had COVID type restrictions for EO violations. I want to make it clear that this will not be a process in which you have to make a request should it be adopted by the members. The Licensing Bureau has recorded and documented all cases in which this applies to, and a license certificate will be returned to you without having to make any additional request or filing any additional paperwork. So please do not file requests with the authority. Do not submit any additional documentation to the authority. Please do not ask for special treatment on returning of the license to the licensed premises regarding their method of operation. And again, the Licensing Bureau has documented all of the cases that this will apply to, and we plan on returning them the licenses as expeditiously as we possibly can.
Right.
And how many are those? And how many licenses is that?
It's approximately 150, maybe a little bit north of that. So
Okay.
with all, we're trying not to jeopardize any of our other daily operations, but still taking into the fact that this is a priority for the authority.
And it will start, assuming this gets passed, it will start today and go, they will work on it every day going forward.
Right, and for those who are watching, understand that what the advisory says is you currently have a license that says on its face what the additional restrictions are. Until you get your replacement license that removes those restrictions, the restrictions that are in place on your existing license have to be followed. And although it may take a little bit of time for licensing to process all these and send them to you, we are ahead of the schedule that was anticipated by our earlier advisory because A, we are We're doing this before the pandemic has ended. That's number one. Number two, we're not creating a process that requires you to send something in to get the relief you're seeking. It's being done automatically for you. So this will end up being faster than what had been anticipated before. You do not need to send anything in. Licensing will be delivering to you a new license certificate that removes the restrictions that were imposed during the pandemic in connection with the violations that you had pleaded no contest to.
And when you said a little time, we expect this all to be out in the mail, but everyone to be out in the mail by the end of the week.
Our expectation is to have them processed in the next few days, yes.
Yeah, okay.
All right, with that,
All right.
Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote?
Yes, I'm gonna vote to support the advisory as drafted.
Commissioner Ford,
I think this is excellent news, and I'm going to vote to approve the advisory as written as well.
Chairman Bradley,
I'm going to vote to approve the advisory as well.
As far as everyone else goes, though, we posted last Wednesday on our website the new guidelines, and there's a fact sheet on there as well, correct?
Yeah, obviously the restrictions related to restaurants and bars pursuant to executive order have changed since the CDC issued new guidance based on vaccinated persons.
Right.
And there was an announcement by the governor as to how that would be handled, and we have a frequently asked questions section flagged on the first page of our website, like all guidance that we've put out related to the pandemic, that provides information on how those new restrictions or the relaxing of restrictions apply to our licensees, and we encourage everybody to look at that. As you know, anybody who has a license should be monitoring our website routinely anyway. But if you haven't looked at those frequently asked questions or the CDC guidance, you should look at it. It's linked under our flag on the first page of the website, and the frequently asked questions are there.
And also, they should also be monitoring the New York State Department of Health website, because they have also the guidance for establishments there, whether they have licenses or not.
But in a nutshell, they're allowed to return to their normal method of operation and course of business, albeit under the guidelines of the CDC and Department of Health. Is that correct?
Well, yes. I mean, it's not that simple. There are prerequisites for being allowed to operate without the current Department of Health restrictions that have been in place for licensed restaurants and bars for about a year,
Right.
over a year at this point. But there is a procedure that they can follow involving the confirming whether their employees and patrons are vaccinated, that would allow them to no longer adhere to some of the social distancing and masking requirements that have been in place. But it's not a free-for-all. They need to follow those the new CDC requirements in lieu of the DOH requirements. And that's laid out in the release and the frequently asked questions.
Got it. As you said, it's posted on our website. Thank you very much, Gary.
all right, the next item is 1631C. It's a recognition of one of our employees from the Enforcement Bureau upon her retirement from the authority.
So I have if you could just hold on 1 second, Tom, I want to make sure I'm doing these in order.
They're in order the way you have them.
That would require me to trust you. All right, I'll trust you. So we have two longtime employees retiring, and this is a resolution in recognition and appreciation of Allison Preville's longtime service to the State Liquor Authority as well as the state of New York. And this resolution indicates or states, whereas Allison Prayville is retiring after more than 26 years of service in state government, and whereas Allison began her career with the state in 1994 with the Department of Environmental Conservation and joined the State Liquor Authority in 1998, and whereas after 6 years in the Licensing Bureau, Allison became an investigator in the Enforcement Bureau in 2004, whereas Allison's uncanny ability to start up a conversation with anyone and her knowledge of the Licensing Bureau were valuable resources in conducting enforcement investigations, whereas Allison was always willing to help in any way she could for the good of the Enforcement Bureau, whereas Allison served as the unofficial medical officer of the Enforcement Bureau, offering cures or at least good advice for her fellow investigators' ailments. It is hereby resolved on behalf of ourselves and the entire staff of the authority that we hereby acknowledge the exemplary service of Allison Prayville to this agency and extend to her and her family our sincere appreciation for her many years of service to the State Liquor Authority and extend to her our best wishes for a healthy, fulfilling, and long-lived retirement. It is hereby further resolved that this resolution shall be formally entered upon the minutes of this meeting and that forthwith a copy of this resolution shall be provided to Allison Prayville. Allison, good luck and congratulations.
Thank you, Alison.
Do any of the other commissioners have anything they want to add?
Congratulations.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you so much for all your hard work over the years.
And I can say from my own experience with Allison that she was always smiling. So she was wonderful to see on a daily basis. Okay, Tom, next.
Mute. You're mute, Tom.
Sorry about that. You all concur in the adoption of the resolution then? Just for the record.
Yes.
Yes.
The next item, 1631D, is the recognition of the retirement of another member of the authority, a member of council's office.
So this is a resolution of recognition and appreciation for Amy Chaplin. Amy is retiring after 28 years of service to the State Liquor Authority, which is amazing. She began her career with the authority's Office of Counsel as an Attorney 1 in 1992, and then advancing to Attorney 2 and then Senior Attorney in 1993, serving under 7 counsels to the authority. Amy has earned the respect and admirations of her colleagues at the authority and from the attorneys who represent licensees before the authority. During her career at the authority, Amy has been a friend and a mentor to her fellow prosecutors in the Office of Counsel. Upon her retirement, Amy is looking forward to spending more time with her friends, family, and her 3 cats. It is hereby resolved on behalf of ourselves and the entire staff of the authority that we hereby acknowledge the exemplary service of Amy Chaplin to this agency and extend to her and her family our sincere appreciation for her many years of service to the State Liquor Authority, and extend to her our best wishes for a healthy, fulfilling, and long-lived retirement. It is further hereby resolved that this resolution shall be formally entered upon the minutes of this meeting and that forthwith a copy of this resolution shall be provided to Amy Chaplin. Amy, congratulations and thank you for your years and years of service to the State Liquor Authority. You will be missed.
Yeah, and just personally, thank you, Amy, for your help when I arrived and for your hard work for Counsel's Bureau in the agency.
And both of these employees were put to probably the biggest test of their careers in the last 12 months during COVID. I hope that didn't chase them into retirement, but I want to thank them for their work on that too, because they both worked weekends and nights a lot of time just to keep up with the enforcement matters that we had going on.
And just for the record, all the members approve of the adoption of the resolution.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes, I do as well.
All right. All right, then we're going to return to the remaining items in the order they are listed on the calendar. First is 1449. It's a $1,500 conditional offer. Commissioner Fan, when you're ready.
accept.
Okay. Commissioner Ford,
Accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
1450 is a $3,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna accept 3,500.
Commissioner Ford,
3,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
Next time, 1451, it's a $12,000 conditional offer.
12,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
12,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
Next item is 1452, is a $5,000 conditional offer.
I am going to lower this to 2,000.
Commissioner Ford,
Uh, I'll go to 3,000. I'm not quite willing to go to 2,000.
Chairman Bradley.
3,000.
Next item is 1453, it's a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
This is item 1453.
yes, sir.
Yes, accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1454 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I accept.
Commissioner Ford,
Accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1455 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1456 is a $2,000 conditional offer.
2,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford
2,000 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1457 is a $5,000 conditional offer. Commissioner
5,000
Fan, ready?
accept.
Okay. Commissioner Ford
5,000 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1458 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1459 is a $2,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to accept.
Chairman Bradley.
1,500.
I'll change mine to 1,500, make it unanimous.
Okay. 1460, a $2,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500.
Chairman Bradley.
1,500.
1461 is a no contest plea.
I'm at 2,500.
Commissioner Ford,
I had 3,000.
Chairman Bradley.
3,000.
1462 is a no contest plea.
750.
Commissioner Ford,
1462.
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, I'll do 750 as well.
Chairman Bradley.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
So I've asked council to check. I think this licensee has an earlier open case that's still pending. I just want to double check that. Been resolved.
So the prior case, the agenda sheet in compliance reflects that it was addressed at the meeting on December 22nd, 2020.
No, it wasn't addressed. It was, the agenda sheet notes that it was removed from the calendar at the prosecutor's request. There was an amended pleading issue.
I see.
It was a what?
An amended pleading.
Prosecutor contacted counsel's office. The matter was sent back for an amended pleading.
Right, okay, and we do have an amended pleading. That was issued.
Yep.
Just for the record, there's another case that predates this one. This would be the second offense. So I think that the first case, we should address that first before we address discipline on this one. So we're asking that this be sent back to counsel's office.
Tom, you're muted.
Commissioner Fan, you already voted. Do you want to change your vote to send it back to counsel's office?
Sure.
Commissioner Ford, do you want to
Same.
change your vote to send it back to counsel's office?
Send it away.
Chairman Bradley,
Yes.
next item is 1463. It's a default.
I'm at
Commissioner Fan.
5,000.
Thank you. Sorry to step on you there.
Oh, that's okay.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll do 5,000.
Chairman Bradley,
5,000.
1464 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1465 is a $4,000 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 2,000.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
2,000 is what I had as well due to their longevity and their relatively clean record.
Chairman Bradley,
I'll go to 2,000.
Next item is 1466. It's a no contest default. Commissioner Fan, when you're ready.
Cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley,
Cancel and bond.
next item is 1467. It's a request for reconsideration of a disapproval of an on-premises liquor license application.
Yes, this request for reconsideration follows the board's decision not to grant this license. The board's concerns included that there was a huge seating capacity and a request for a DJ, and this operation seemed unusual for the location, and there were some concerns about the applicant's ability to manage that process. Even though he's an experienced operator, he has sporadic adverse history. The reconsideration purports to deliver something from the Manhattan Community Board 5 that has a header that suggests that it's their document, and yet when you look at the bottom of the document, it's signed by Mr. Sullivan in both locations for the principal and the applicant. So it does not appear to me to be a stipulation with the community board. And I think it's an affidavit from him. But the suggestion or implication that the community board signed that document, I think, is inaccurate.
But it's also not notarized, right? So it's not even an affidavit.
Yeah,
It is notified.
actually, it's notarized.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Well, it's a representation, I suppose, as to what the applicant intends to do there. He does clarify that there will be some more seats than was suggested in the initial papers, but there's still 180 people standing. The request is for reconsideration, and that's the new information that's been provided, or you've seen it all, the members have seen it all.
So we really don't have anything from the community board.
Not that I've seen.
Not that I see either. So
I mean, I don't know. These community boards all operate differently, so I don't know whether this is the way this one operates. But it's like council said, it's clearly just his signature on the bottom of it. But I would hope that he wouldn't use their letterhead.
All right, so with that then, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote on reconsideration?
I'm gonna vote yes on reconsideration.
All right, Commissioner Ford on reconsideration.
I didn't hear what Commissioner Fan said. There was a little service disruption there.
She voted to grant reconsideration.
Yes, I'm willing to vote recon as well.
Chairman Bradley,
I'm going to vote to reconsider as well. And Tom, before you go to the vote, just let me summarize. It's a restaurant with 40 employees, no security. Mr. Sullivan will manage DJ and recorded music. It includes the basement, ground floor, and second floor of a hotel. The max occupancy is 250 with 20 tables and 60 seats plus 10 bar stools. The hours are 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. Outdoor space is on the second floor. That will be 11 to 12 a.m. Capacity on the outdoor area is 91 people in 9 tables with 18 seats and 8 bar stools. That's according to the stipulations from the that he says are from the community board. They indicated that there are inconsistencies between the application that they said are inadvertent, and that the seating that we should go by is what the community board saw. So that's what I'm announcing. That's pretty much it. And it plans to be a restaurant.
All right, with that, Commissioner Fanny, ready to vote on the application?
Yes, can I just have a few questions? Adam, what is the capacity on the ground floor and what is the capacity in the basement?
Let me take a look for you.
According to the sworn affidavit, the indoor space is located on the ground floor, not in the basement, and it has a capacity of 250. So then there's outdoor space that has a capacity of 91.
I mean, the problem with your question, Commissioner Fan, and it's actually a very good question, is I think we don't have a C of O right now, and we have inconsistent information between what they put on the community board paperwork and what is in the application.
So and the problem with that is, yes, that while the representation made to the community board is one thing, because it differs from the actual application applied to us as, they're saying go off the community board, but we need to go off the application. That's what they applied to us as. So for the premises of the ground floor, second floor, the basement appears to be used for storage. They're saying the occupancy is going to be 277.
And 277 is the whole restaurant. That's what they're
Correct.
right.
On their application, and they don't divide it between outdoor and indoor, or second floor and first floor, or outdoor, indoor, or anything.
No.
But what they're telling the community board is it's larger.
Right, but
250 on the ground floor, and then another 91 in the outdoor space.
correct, for 341. But to Adam's point, they're not getting that because they didn't apply for that. And this is once again a applicant whose representative dropped the ball. So we're sitting here, you know,
I know,
trying-
and we're
trying
trying
to
to piece it
answer-
together. I mean, we're really trying to do his work for him, and I'm sitting here feeling like this license deserves to be issued to the applicant, but I can't tell what they're actually applying for.
And these are not questions that need to be in person. These are questions that should be answered on the application.
What is the date of the application?
It was filed 306,
Yeah,
2020.
3620 is when we put it into the system.
Because this affidavit is signed in June of 2020, so 3 months later.
After
think
the
we just
application
go-
was filed with us, which is possible, right? That
Yes.
they filed with us and then went to community board.
This looks like to be an affidavit that he signed to maybe present to the community board. Is that what it possibly is?
Yeah, but it's the oddest legal document I've ever seen, because he signs on 2 lines as the principal and the applicant, and then there's a verification. So did he swear on behalf of who's the principal? Presumably is the community board.
That's what I'm saying. It's not notarized.
Well,
All
it
right,
is
so
notarized,
this
right,
is,
I see.
I think this is what I'm going to do.
It is notarized, but 2 signatures.
I'm trying to meet in the middle here. I'm gonna see if this flies. I'm gonna vote to approve with ground floor occupancy only, background music only. I'll do 2 a.m. Sunday to Thursday, 4 a.m. Friday, Saturday. I'm going to start there. You can come back and clarify what is going on in the rest of the business. And we can expand from there. That's where I'm at, guys.
All right. Commissioner Ford?
Based on the questions that we aren't quite sure we have answered, I think that's tremendously giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I will vote to approve as well. Under the
On the
same
same conditions?
same conditions, yes.
Chairman Bradley?
Conditions again, just the indoor.
Just the
no-
ground.
no-
Right, just a ground floor, recorded background music only. 2 a.m. closing Sunday to Thursday, 4 a.m. closing Friday and Saturday.
And we're licensing the basement as well because it's storage, right?
That's where they're storing the alcohol.
That's fine with me, Chairman, if that's what you want.
So you're just saying that customers can only use the ground floor?
Yes.
Okay. And then if they
I'm
want to
just
come
trying
back
to
for the,
avoid any kind of funky business. I don't know. I'm trying to be more conservative, unless we're told otherwise.
right, I got it. Okay. So the second floor, why don't we license the second floor, but customers are not allowed out there right now until we get clarification from the community board that that's what it, because I don't want them to have to reapply for the whole thing.
Well, they'd have to apply for an alteration then. If we're only going to license the ground floor to the basement, they would apply for an alteration subsequent to this approval, come back.
All right,
and
let
add
them do
that.
that then. That's
And
fine.
at that time, they should come back with a community board letter approving that space.
Okay, that's good. All right, I'll approve
Exactly.
under Commissioner
All right, so
Ford's conditions.
Right, you're not licensing the second floor and the basement, and Commissioner Ford, since you didn't mention it, the basement is licensed but for storage only.
Yes.
All right,
And
we're all
just,
set with
and
that.
just so the applicant is clear, I think all of us were willing to license the outside, but it was completely we were unable to figure out what was going on from the application, and then also unable to figure out what was going on from the reconsideration. I mean, I don't see how there's any excuse for it, and I've yelled about this for the last 3 years of my life, and nobody's listening, obviously.
All right, the next item, 1468, is a request for declaratory ruling regarding 37 West 47th Street.
Yes, the applicant is seeking a declaration that there are no 200-foot issues at this location, even though, I guess, lamp searches reflect that there are houses of worship in the area, and the applicant provided information that they either are not actual places of worship or they're not exclusive use. These are buildings on West 47th Street, which is the Diamond District. They're office buildings that have all sorts of businesses in them.
All right, with that, Commissioner Fan?
I'm going to vote to declare that 37 West 47th Street is not barred by the 200-foot rule because the Radio City Synagogue is not exclusively used for religious purposes.
Commissioner Ford?
Rather than repeat all that Commissioner Fan just said, I vote to approve under the same reasons.
Chairman Bradley?
I'll vote for the same, that this is not within the 200-foot rule. The churches, I believe there's two, the buildings that are in are not exclusively used as churches.
All right, the next item is 14.
Can I take 2 minutes?
Sure thing. So are we all ready to resume?
Set.
All set.
All right, the next item is 1469. And the offer is either less than 4,000 or not exceeding 4,000, depending on.
I'm at 2,000.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
I'm at 2,000 as well.
Chairman Bradley,
2,000.
next items 1470, 71, and 85. It's a $20,000 conditional offer. This license was summarily suspended on February 5th.
I actually took this down to 15,000.
Okay, Commissioner Ford,
I had 15,000 as well.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm gonna stick at 20.
Next is 1472. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
Second here. 1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1473 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
I was at 1,000. One employee wearing face masks improperly, no history in almost 15 years. So I was at 1,000.
Chairman
That's
Bradley.
fine.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Fan, you're
1,000.
good with? And Commissioner Fan? Okay. 1474 is $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll take 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1475 is a $5,000 conditional offer.
I will take this down to 3,500.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll go to 3,500 as well.
and Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
1476 is a $2,500 conditional offer.
2,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
2,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
1477 is a new on-premises wine license application.
I am.
So this is our this.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a restaurant with six employees. No security. Principal will manage full time. The chef is there from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Recorded music only. No dancing. 74 is the max occupancy. Table seats for 18. 5 seats at the bar and a pool table. The community board says they are okay with it. They do have, the prior license here had multiple COVID violations, while the applicant was an employee as a waiter. Although the violations were relatively minor, and one is pending currently, I believe.
But the prior license has been surrendered.
Right. And that's it.
All right, with
The applicant is only has experience as a waiter and is 24 years old.
that, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote?
Yes, I am going to vote to approve as applied for until midnight, 7 days a week, background music only, no promoters, no dancing.
All right then, Commissioner Ford,
There are no objections from the community board. There's some discrepancies with seats and stuff in the backyard area.
They're not licensing the outdoors. They haven't asked to.
Okay, it depicts it, but they haven't. Okay, all right. So I will vote to approve on the same conditions.
Chairman Bradley.
So and I don't know if this is going to change your vote or either of you, not vote, but conditions. When I mentioned that the chef is going to be there from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., that's not the hours that they posted. They didn't tell us the hours that they want to operate.
Oh, and that's why I put it just at midnight.
Okay.
That was. You can go later if you want.
All right. All right. So I'll vote to approve with the same conditions as the other two commissioners.
So closing 12 a.m. daily?
Yes.
All right, then, next item is 1478. This is a removal of a package store license.
So this is a package store that appears to be moving about 230 feet. Although even moving 230 feet, it appears that the 4 closest stores do change. This location was not previously licensed. It's currently 630 square feet retail. The new space will be 1,066 square feet retail with a total of 2,132 square feet. The closest store is now going to be 365 feet away, and there are 4 stores within 1.1 miles. There's 1 protest, and the store will not have any employees. The principal will be managing.
Adam, can you clarify when you say that the stores have changed? That means since the time they applied, right?
It could, but it also could mean that the distance which they moved then creates new stores within the 4.
Because I can't imagine that moving 140 feet around the corner changed
No, right.
the 4 closest stores from what they would have been at the old location to the new location. I think the reference here is that a new store was added after they got approved for their application. The closest store, I think one of the letters reflected that the closest store came in after they were there.
That could be.
That makes sense to
And they're
me
all
too, Harry.
non-bulletproof.
Yeah. I couldn't understand how
Well,
a move like that could change the makeup of stores either. I was concerned about that.
and all the closest stores as well as the applicant are not bulletproof.
All right, with that, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote?
Sorry, I'm gonna vote to approve.
Commissioner Ford.
It looks like all the other stores are ascending. One had a little bit of up and down, but all the rest are, including one that didn't bother to respond. So I don't really see this as a significant change to the conditions in that area. So I'm going to vote to approve as well.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote to approve as well. He's only moving 230 feet, and it's going to give him basically what appears to be another 400 feet of retail space. So I don't anticipate it's going to affect any of the other stores' bottom lines, and certainly more selection is public convenience and advantage.
Next item is 1479. It's a new package store application.
This is a store with 3 employees, applicant to manage and keep his current job. The applicant has no experience. It will be 1,600 square feet. 1,000 square feet of that will be retail. The closest store is 0.4 miles away. There are 5 stores within 0.7 miles. There are 6 protests and a written letter. The opposition says that there are 10 licenses within a mile and 16 within 2 miles, and that the population is stagnant. It is not bulletproof. and the closest store is Bulletproof and was just opened in April of 2018, and the fifth closest is also Bulletproof. The rest are not.
The application says that the investment in this store is $10,000, $2,500 rent.
All right then, Commissioner Fan?
The sales numbers of the surrounding stores really don't justify increased demand. $10,000 of investment, I'm really not sure about that. And this applicant is not planning to be there, doesn't live within the state and lives perhaps an hour away from this location. So I'm going to vote to deny.
Commissioner Ford?
I'm not convinced either, looking at the numbers, that there's a need for another liquor store at this location in Yonkers. Sales of the other stores seem mixed at best, but nothing indicating a drought or need for another store in the area. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to vote to deny as well.
Chairman Bradley?
I'm gonna vote to deny. The population is stagnant. There's at least 5 stores in 0.7 miles. The sales of those stores are at best flat. The applicant doesn't appear to offer any products or services that his competitors aren't already supplying. And we opened the closest store just 3 years ago. And they're all, as I said, showing either flat or minor increases in sales. So I don't see that the demand requires another store at this time.
All right, then the next item is 1480. This is an alteration to an existing package store license.
So this is an alteration to a package store in Saratoga. They want to add the adjacent vacant storefront. The current size is 11,225 square feet. 9,750 of that is retail. Adding the new store will make it 14,225 square feet, 11,500 retail. There are no protests. The closest store is 0.2 miles away. And there are 4 within 0.5 miles.
All right,
When-
with that, Commissioner Fan?
I have a
I'm
question.
going to vote to approve.
Commissioner Ford?
I have a question about the gross sales of their current footprint. When a licensee is applying to increase their size, and we get figures from the other stores around, do we ask the licensee to provide theirs as well?
Yes.
So we can look at that in terms of what their numbers are, because I don't see that here.
Let me check the rip. So the answer to your immediate question is yes, that we should be getting gross sales from the existing store. I'm trying to go through the record to see if they actually submitted them and they were
I know
omitted.
we do. I know we do when someone's doing a transfer of a location, but if they're looking to expand their footprint at an existing location, that's what I don't recall seeing. Adam, it's okay. I don't want to hold up the meeting. I'm going to vote to approve anyway.
Okay.
All right, Chairman Bradley?
I'm going to vote to approve as well.
Adam, you can get back to me on that later, if you would, please.
Yeah. So the answer is yes, that we should be getting gross sales letters to reflect their numbers, so we have some basis for potentially understanding what the impact of an increased size is going to do for their sales. So it should have been. I will double check the record to make sure that it was, and I can certainly get back to you.
Thank you, sir.
Next item is 1481. It's a $10,000 conditional offer. You're muted.
I'll accept
Commissioner.
10,000. I'll accept 10,000.
Commissioner Ford?
Accept.
Chairman Bradley?
Accept.
Next item, 1482, it's an offer of cancellation and bond claim for a license that was summarily suspended back in July.
I'll accept cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1483 is a no contest plea to 3 charges.
I accept cancel and bond as well.
No, this is just a straight no contest plea.
Oh,
1480.
wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I have that twice. I'm at 3,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll do 3,000 as well.
Chairman Bradley.
1,500.
Next item is 1484. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accepts.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
Next item, 1486. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
Take 50. So this location was already suspended and they paid an amount to get their license back already.
No, 1486. I'm sorry, yeah, 1486.
Hold on a second.
You're at 1487.
Sorry.
You're ahead one.
Okay, I will go with 750.
Okay, Commissioner Ford,
I'll do 750 as well.
Chairman Bradley.
750.
All right. Now we have 1487, which is a $1,500 conditional offer. And as Commissioner Fan noted, this licensee was previously summarily suspended.
Previously summarily
Just-
suspended.
Yeah, but just for the record, the conduct at issue in this case predates the conduct that caused the suspension.
Right, so
So-
then when we did the suspension, shouldn't this case have been picked up to be part of that NOP?
Well, it wasn't considered at that time, and the conduct at issue here is a different violation from those other violations that we usually do try to sweep in all the cases when there's a suspended license so that you consider them all at the same time. But we did not do that this time, and this is a charge that relates to unlawful hookah service in the location.
How much did they pay for the summary suspension, Tom?
That was
7,000.
7,000.
1,000.
That was the 7,000? All right, I'm gonna go to letter of warning.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept as well.
Next item is 1488. It's a default at pleading.
1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500.
Chairman Bradley.
1,500.
Next item, 1489. It's a pleading default.
2,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I was at 3,000.
Chairman Bradley.
2,000.
1490 is a pleading default.
1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500.
Chairman Bradley.
1,500.
1491 is a request for reconsideration of a full board disapproval of an on-premises liquor license. It was a transfer application.
Yes, so this is the board disapproved this license. It was applied for by two principals, a Ms. Ochoa and a Ms. Valencia, who both had executive order violations. Ms. Valencia had serious violations that resulted in the suspension at her other location. And at the time the board considered this application, the involvement of Ms. Valencia was a concern. And the other principal, Ms. Ochoa, sent in a letter, and this was in March of 2021, saying that if the license is approved, she will buy out Ms. Valencia. Ms. Valencia is, quote, going to sell her interest to myself, end quote. That was the representation in March 2021. And at least one of the votes, I believe it was Commissioner Ford's vote, said, well, how can we hold her to that? And since we couldn't, and they were applied as the two of them, he denied the application. Chairman Bradley denied on separate grounds that there's no public interest for this license. So now we have a reconsideration where we have offered essentially a full record of contracts and sworn representations that Ms. Valencia really never had a legitimate interest in this business, that she made no capital contributions to it. And then, and I'm quoting from the contracts that have been supplied, quote, she is unwilling to participate in the day-to-day operations, end quote. I believe the suggestion purporting to be made by these documents is that Ms. Valencia was a partner based on some kind of sweat equity, and she's not willing to give the sweat equity, so she's withdrawing. And those documents are all dated on January 15th, 2021, 2 months before Ms. Ochoa represented to the board that she's going to buy Ms. Valencia out. One wonders if that had really happened in January, why Ms. Ochoa wouldn't say that she already has no interest in the business, never put in any money, and does not need to be bought out. So it's really this new set of documents suggests that what Ms. Ochoa was saying in March of 2021 cannot be credited as true. Or the documents were created after Ms. Ochoa's March 2021 document, but dated in January of 2021. Obviously can't tell from this which story it can explain it, but there's no question, at least in my mind, that there's a blatant contradiction here. And on that basis, they're asking the board to reconsider its decision to not approve this application.
Regarding the bank account information they gave us, she shows that she's the only signer on the bank account, yet, which once again, I guess would be normal, but why wouldn't the partner be one too if that actually person was a partner at the time? But then she indicates that her son is an associate cardholder on the corporation's bank account, and he's nowhere in the application. Why would he be holding a corporate bank account?
Yeah, I don't know. The statement that's offered is from April 30th, 2021. So this is what the accounts look like now. We don't have any similar statement from the earlier period when Ms. Valencia either was or was not a member of this business, owner of shares in this business. So it adds to the confusion, but yes, the son is an associate cardholder. There's no explanation for why that's the case.
Then Ms. Ochoa's pending executive order violation case is actually on today. It's number 1538. which is right down the street from, that restaurant is right down the street from this one.
All right, then, with that, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote on the reconsideration?
I know I voted to support this application before. As council mentioned, just the dates and the continued explanation and continued cover-up of what's actually happening is making it less and less possible that I feel like I know who's actually going to be running this business. So I'm going to vote no on reconsideration.
Commissioner Ford on reconsideration.
I'm going to have to vote to deny as well. There's just some blatant discrepancies here that just don't lead me to believe that I'm comfortable with saying yes as things are presented to us. So I vote to deny.
All right, Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote to deny the reconsideration as well. The information that they sent to try to clarify the situation actually just muddied the waters even worse. And certainly I have questions regarding the honesty of the applicants.
All right, the next item is 1492. It's a new on-premises liquor license.
This is a restaurant with 10 employees, 1 security guard per every 75 people. The principal will manage. They want recorded music, DJ, karaoke, and live music. The max occupancy is 75 with 2 floors open to the public. There are 25 tables with seats for 94 and bar seats for 5. The community board signed off on STIPs, but they didn't really seem to do a deep dive there because they pretty much gave them 4 a.m. close and everything that they would want as far as music goes, which seems bizarre for me for a restaurant. They need a bathroom waiver because he only has 1 bathroom.
You announced the occupancy as 75.
No, 109.
Yeah, I think you just.
Did I say
You just
70?
misspoke. Yeah.
No, what I said was 1 security guard per 75 people.
Right.
Max occupancy is 109. Right. The investment is $7,500, and like I said, they're looking the the community board allowed 4 a.m. close with all the music that was requested.
Also, the applicant says he will manage the place 40 hours a week and keep his job as the owner of an import-export business. He has no experience operating a restaurant, at least we know of.
I believe this restaurant may be open without alcohol right now.
And the rent is $13,000 a month.
Correct.
Wow.
Okay, Commissioner Fan.
Yeah, and they claim they've already been there for a while, so I don't know how. So I suppose I would like more clarification on the financials. If you guys think it's worth asking for it, otherwise I can't support this.
Commissioner Ford.
Do we have the community board stipulations in here?
Yes,
Second, hang on.
yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's in the supplement.
Yes,
I'm
we
sorry.
do. It's a 4 a.m. close and recorded music, DJ, karaoke, and live music.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's in the supplemental. It appears that I want to turn this into a nightclub. But I would probably, I'm going to vote to approve, but not to 4 a.m. I'm going to do 2 a.m. across the board.
With all the entertainment that they're asking for?
Um, yeah, they're not asking for any dancing or promoters or anything like that. So I'll go, I'm okay with that.
All right. Chairman Bradley?
I would go along with you, Commissioner Ford, as long as we get rid of the DJ karaoke and live music. It's supposed to be a restaurant, and I looked at the diagram and pictures of this place, and it's not conducive to any of what this guy's talking about.
Okay, that's fine with me.
All right.
All right, so Commissioner Ford, you're agreeing to the 2 a.m. closing, recorded background music only.
Yes. And the rest of the stipulations agreed to with the community board.
And Commissioner Fans' questions are, once again, not answered in the application, so I don't know who the rep was. I'm not gonna start calling people out by name, but $7,500 is clearly raises questions as to how he's financing this.
And just to confirm for the record, the members are okay with the bathroom waiver?
Yes.
I'll go with
Then-
Untitled.
Okay. All right, then, next item, 1493. It's a new package store license.
This is a store with no employees, principal to manage, principal has no experience. It's 1,000 square feet, 800 square feet retail. We have one protest. The location was not previously licensed. It will not be bulletproof. It has no dedicated parking. It's appears to be on a main street. The closest store is 0.4 miles away. There are 4 within 1.2 miles. All of the closest stores are not bulletproof.
All right, then, Commissioner Fan?
Two of the 4 closest stores didn't actually provide numbers. The other store is doing increasing numbers. I don't know. I don't see really a need of her new store, so I'm gonna vote to deny.
All right, Commissioner Ford?
The 2 of the closest stores did not respond. One of them has had sales go up from 650 to 979 over the past 3 years or so, but that's including COVID 2020 bump. Other stores seems like their sales went down, but might be going back up again. You know, I'm not quite sure that I see completely the need. But when I look at the density of the neighborhoods, even though the numbers look kind of up and down, and looking at where they are from Jericho Turnpike to the closest store down, it's a lot of homes and stuff between there. So, and it's only a small store, so I'm going to vote to approve.
All right, Chairman Bradley?
I'm going to vote to deny as well. I don't see any public convenience and advantage. There's 4 stores within 1.2 miles. The sales of the stores that did report are flat or declining. There's no evidence that the population is increasing, and there's no evidence of services that will be offered that the other stores are not offering already. And as I indicated, that there doesn't appear to be any dedicated parking for this store, and it's in a driving community. So I don't see any public convenience and advantage to adding one when there are so many so close.
All right, the next item, sorry. Next item, 1494. It's a package store removal.
This is a store that appears to be moving to the next block, 219 feet away. It has 2 employees. Principal will manage full time. Currently, the store is 624 feet retail, 1,200 total. They want to be 1,000 square foot total, 700 of that retail. There's one protest, although the protest letter seems to believe that this is actually a new store when it's really just one moving a couple hundred feet. The closest store is 0.2 miles away. And there are 4 within 0.3 mile walk and a 0.6 mile drive, being that it is in Manhattan.
This,
Nobody is bulletproof.
This store was originally at 3789 Broadway at one corner. It moved to 3803 Broadway where it is now. And now it's moving to what, 3790 Broadway on the other corner. So they will have 3 of the 4 corners of the intersection of Broadway and 158th Street covered.
That's correct.
And I do want to correct myself. The closest store is bulletproof. The remaining 4 close, the second, third, and fourth closest are not bulletproof, and the applicant is not bulletproof.
All right then, Commissioner.
They got that intersection covered is what I'm saying.
Commissioner Fan,
I was pro to approve.
Commissioner Ford,
I approve as well.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to approve.
Next item, 1495. It's a new package store license.
This is a store with 2 employees. The application was actually vague on this, but the supplemental clarified it. This store will be 100 or is trying to be 100% internet focused. The principal appears to have some experience in doing this type of model. It's going to be 925 square feet. 700 square feet will be devoted to retail. The building is set back in a commercial building area well off the road. There are 3 protests. There are the closest store is 0.6 miles away. There are 7 in 0.3 miles. And of the 7 stores that reported, 6 of them have significant increases in sales over the last 4 years, not just 2020. Some had enormous increases in 2020, but everybody was up over the last four years.
Right, Commissioner
The one
Fallon?
thing I do want to clarify something that I noticed when reviewing this, because it happens to be in the town I live in. Adam, which I asked you about. Many of the dates that these stores were licensed are incorrect, and the reason I know that is because many of them have been there for 30 plus years.
Yeah, for the record, the license date, the license since date in your memo reflects when that actual license for many of them went in as a transfer, that transfer date. But as the chairman's noting, many of them were actually transfers licensed for a much longer period of time than what's being reflected in the memo itself.
So the applicant in his supplemental indicates that he has no intention of competing with any of the closest stores. He has no intention of advertising, delivering locally, or even making his presence known to the consumers in the city. He simply plans on focusing on, it appears, distilled spirits and craft manufacturing and shipping within the state and in other states where legal. Much like, I guess, wine.com.
All right then, Commissioner Fan, you ready to vote?
Yeah, it's overall unclear to me why this business model is being parked in Kingston. No offense to the people that are from Kingston, Chairman. But I'm not really sure what's going on here, so I'm going to vote to deny.
Commissioner Ford,
It's 100% internet focused. The building is set back. Doesn't look like they're going to be walk-ins. It's not really designed to attract people. So I kind of believe it that his intention is to be, online business. So it's a pretty small store compared to the Goliaths in the area. So, but if he's just doing it online, I'm going to vote to approve.
Chairman Bradley,
I vote to approve as well, only because of one, the enormous increases in sales on the other stores, but also because it's clear, based on the representation, that this applicant has no intention of trying to attract people to his store. He's simply opening the store because the law requires him to do that in order to have a license to ship. So I'm going to vote to approve. I am familiar where the location is, and it clearly will not be somewhere that people will even know he exists if he doesn't advertise.
next item is 1496, $4,000 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 2000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'm at 2,000 as well.
Chairman Bradley.
2000.
1497, it's a new on-premises liquor license application.
So this is a tavern with 10 employees, 4 security, principal will manage and also hire a manager. Recorded DJ, jukebox, karaoke, and dancing. Table seats for 108, bar seats for 14. There's a DJ booth. The max occupancy is 299. The town actually protests because the building does not have a certificate of occupancy currently. The applicant was the licensee at this location and was subject to a summary, and then that license was revoked in March of 2018. The applicant also held another license at another location, which was canceled as well in 2019, presumably because of the revocation.
Actually, no.
No?
There were separate charges in that case, 20 sustained charges at a hearing. El Shaddai Deli Corp. Canceled on its own merits.
Well, it would have been anyway. This location was one of the charges, among many others, was a police focal point. So this is a first for me.
Yeah, so this is just for the record, the premises that were, the license that was revoked were at this location. In addition to it being a focal point with MS-13 gang involvement, 38 calls for service in 2 years, the place was condemned as unsafe, and the operator put his own, the licensee, not even the landlord, inserted some metal supports underneath the floor, kind of in a haphazard way, and it's a mirror, and continued to operate with a 300-person max. So his corporation was also dissolved, and that was what resulted in the revocation. He had separate charges and another condemnation at his other location, and in his application he states, and I quote, "I do not remember the details of the revocation and cancellation," end quote. That happened 3 years ago.
Okay.
With that, then, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote?
Yes. I'm gonna vote to deny.
Commissioner Ford,
There's absolutely no reason to vote for it, so I'm voting to deny.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote to deny for cause.
Next item, 1498, request for reconsideration of a new on-premises liquor license application.
This is a reconsideration of an on-premise denial. In the reconsideration, the representative acknowledges that there were past problems at this location, which we focused on, and in response to that, the applicant now adds experience in the hospitality industry to her employment history, and says that it will be more like a restaurant, not a tavern. And that's pretty much the extent of new information. I don't know
Yeah,
whether
they
she
also-
suddenly remembered the employment history or if it was not brought up.
Well, it's actually, the contradiction is a little more obvious because in the first go-round, the attorney submitted a letter in which he argued that her lack of experience is not an issue, presumably admitting that she has a lack of experience. And they claimed it would be a restaurant, but submitted no real menu. So now they've provided more of a menu. That's all I got.
All right, then, on the request for reconsideration, Commissioner Fan,
Yes, I'm going to vote to reconsider.
Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to vote to reconsider as well.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote to not reconsider.
All right, then, moving to the application itself, Commissioner Fan,
I'm going to vote to approve background music only until midnight every night.
Commissioner Ford,
Same here.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote to deny. I didn't see that she has the experience to run a place with the extensive adverse history of this place without a clear plan of what this is actually going to be.
I just want to add that the village granted approval with conditions, and she received a temp from the SLA in March 2020, just before the bottom fell out. So that's my reasoning for why I think she deserves to be reconsidered and given a chance.
All right, then, the next item is 1499. It's a pleading default.
Give me a second. $1,500.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
I'm at 1,500 as well.
Chairman Bradley.
1,500.
Could we take just like a 5-10 minute break?
All right, so sure, it's 11:32 now, or 11:30. Let's come back and we'll make it 11:45 just to round off the number.
And we'll kick it off at 1,500. Thank you.
Okay. All right, then just let me know when everybody's ready and we'll resume the meeting.
We're all set, Tom. Thank you.
All right, so we got Commissioner Ford back. We
Sorry,
have-
Tom, just give me one moment. I'll be right back.
Sure thing.
Sorry about that.
All right, then. If we're ready, we'll go ahead and resume with item number 1500. Hold on just for a second, please. All right, I'm just seeing error message. Hold on just for a second. I got an IT issue here. I just need to go check and make sure that the video is streaming properly. Hold on just for a second. All right, I think we resolved the issue. All right, then, we're going to resume the meeting with item 1500. This is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I accept 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
Accept.
Chairman Bradley. Next is item 1501. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1502 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I will go to 1,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll go to 1,000.
Chairman Bradley.
1,000.
1503. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
Go to 750.
Commissioner Ford,
It was 60 people. I'll go down to 1,000 based on their longevity.
and Chairman Bradley.
Yeah, they've been licensed since 1988. I'll go to 1,000 as well.
$1,504 to $2,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna
Commissioner
accept
Finn?
25. I'll accept 2,500.
Commissioner Ford,
Accept 2,500.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
1505, the $10,000 conditional offer.
I mean, I'm not getting any indication here that the gambling machines actually have been removed.
Oh, actually, they have. The arrest documentation shows that the gambling machines were confiscated at the time the licensee was arrested.
Okay. I'll accept 10,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll accept as well.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
1506, it's a $5,000 conditional offer.
I'll accept 5,000.
Commissioner Ford,
5,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1507, it's an offer of cancellation and bond claim.
Cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley.
Cancel and bond.
1508 is a no contest plea.
10,000.
Commissioner Ford,
Come on,
10,000.
Bacon.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that, Commissioner Ford.
This is 1508, correct?
Yes,
I was actually at 10,005, this third violation.
That's
It's
fine.
actually, yeah, it's, you're charging them with a first violation and a second violation. So we would ordinarily have that at 3.5 and then 7. So it's 10.5.
all right, Commissioner Finn, are you changing it to 10.5?
Sure.
Chairman Bradley,
10-5.
next is 1509, it's a $5,000 conditional offer.
500 times.
500.
Yes, $500.
I'll go to 1,000.
Well, this is one.
Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to counter at 1,500.
Chairman Bradley,
I'll do 1,000.
Do
the next
1,000.
item is,
I'll do 1,000, make it unanimous.
okay, next item is 1510, it's a pleading default.
I'm at 4,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll do 4,000.
Chairman Bradley,
4,000.
1511 is a $5,000 conditional offer.
5,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
5,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley,
Accept.
1512 is a $5,000 conditional offer.
I would accept.
Commissioner Ford,
Accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1513 is a pleading default.
I'm at 6,000.
Commissioner Ford,
6,000.
Chairman Bradley.
6,000.
1514 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1515 is a $5,000 conditional offer.
I accept 5,000.
Commissioner Ford
5,000 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1516 is a $10,000 conditional offer. Commissioner Fan, when you're ready.
I'll accept 10,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
Next is 1517. This is a no contest plea.
At 3,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I was at accept.
so it's a no contest plea, Commissioner Ford.
For 15, I'm sorry. Up ahead, which number you're at, Tom?
1517.
1517, sorry, wrong column. I had 1,500, almost 20 years adverse history free.
Okay, then Chairman Bradley.
I'll go to 1,500. My children love their food.
1518. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
I will go to 1,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to accept.
okay. Chairman Bradley,
I'll accept.
1519 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll take 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll do 750. Only because it's a brewer and they got hit hard, and this is a
Oh,
pretty
I'll change it to 750.
minor case too.
I'll do that as well. I mean, patrons inside and employees were properly following guidelines. I'll do 750 as well.
All right, I'll do that.
Next item is 1520. It's an offer of cancellation and bond claim. Its license was summarily suspended back on July 10th.
Cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley.
Oh, this is the one that had to be clarified, right? Okay, yeah, cancel and bond, I'll accept.
1521 is a $2,000 conditional offer.
2,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
2,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1522 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
Have they reapplied? Adam, their license expired at the end of January.
They have, and I checked it.
I have a
None
good
of these-
relationship with them too.
If the notice expired, unless I mentioned that they've been renewed, I would say something during the meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
1523 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1524 is a conditional offer cancellation and bond claim, with council's office requesting that charge number 10 be withdrawn.
I will withdraw charge number 10 and accept cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Draw charge 10 and accept cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley.
I will withdraw charge 10 and accept cancel and bond.
1525 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I will accept 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1526 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll take 1,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll accept 1,000 as well.
I should reduce it to 1,000. Okay.
Yes.
Chairman Bradley,
I'll accept 1,000.
so you're accepting and reducing. Okay.
I'm sorry, reducing to 1,000.
Yeah. 1527 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1528 is a $6,000 conditional offer.
6,000 accept.
Commissioner
6,000
Ford,
accept. Accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1529 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 1,000.
Commissioner Ford,
Licensed since 1992. I'll do 1,000 too.
Chairman Bradley.
1,000.
1530 and 1627 is a offer of $20,000. There's a summary suspension that's been in effect since October 23rd. Commissioner Fan, whenever you're ready.
These violations were really serious. It's actually very close to a cancellation in mine, but I'm gonna counter it 30,000.
All right, Commissioner Ford.
I agree with Commissioner Fan. Mitigation letter came a little bit late. Thought it was rather weak. But so I will counter at 30,000 as well.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to counter a cancel and bond just because it is. Every violation here to me is intentional. They ignored every executive order more than once and several ABC law violations. And in my opinion, it's the place isn't safe or supervised. They actually violated EOs even after multiple inspections pointing out that they have been violating EOs. So I just don't trust them.
All right, the next item is 1531 and 1532. This is an offer of $25,000.
I'm going to actually go down. This was too high. I'm gonna go to 12,500.
Commissioner Ford.
12,500.
I was at cancel and bond.
Okay. Chairman Bradley.
I was going to take the 25, basically saying this is it, given their history.
right,
What
so-
did Commissioner Ford do?
Commissioner Fan is accepting but reducing to 12,500. Commissioner Ford is rejecting it with a counteroffer cancellation and bond claim.
I tell you what, can we split the differences between the two of you and come up with like what, 17.5, something like that? 18.
Actually, closer to you.
Well, yeah, what about you?
I'll go to cancel then. That's fine. I mean, their history. They've already paid one charge. One case they paid 15 on, which was a serious case, and that was in 2018. And then they did the same type of stuff in 2019. I mean, it's obvious that they are having major issues. I'll go to cancel and bond.
All right, then. Next item is 1533. It's an offer of $1,500.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1534, $6,000 offer.
6,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
6,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
Next time, 1535 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1536 is a offer of cancellation and bond claim.
I'll take cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Yeah, Mr. Lease has sold a business, surrendered his license, cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley.
Cancel and bond.
Next time is 1537. It's an offer of $1,500.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1538 is an offer of $7,500.
I'll accept 7,500.
Commissioner Ford,
Uh, I would accept 5,000.
5,000, okay. Chairman Bradley,
I'm at 7,500 just because it's, to me, they were clear intentional violations of the EOs.
all right. The next item, 1539. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1540, it's a $2,000 conditional offer.
2,000 accept.
Commissioner
2,000.
Ford,
2,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1541 is an offer of cancellation of bond claim. This license has been summarily suspended since February 24th. Commissioner Fan,
I'm gonna accept cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll accept. I also think there should be a name stop on the Aveli Muhammad Ramadan and whoever is the actual owner of record too of this, and a prescription on the premises.
well, he'll have to come to the board if he's been canceled. There can't be a prescription because this is only a cancellation. You could put a location stop, which would direct any application to come before the board.
Seems to me like it probably would anyway, right?
It probably would, yes. I'll defer to Deputy Commissioner Roberts, though.
Yeah, if the cancellation goes on, that cancellation would trigger that any subsequent application go before the members.
But you can put a name stop and a location stop on this, assuming that the name stop is the licensee.
Right.
So
Yes.
you can't put a name stop on somebody who's not the licensee.
Correct.
Yeah,
All
no,
these conduct.
the members can do that. The members have done that in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want
All
this
that it means,
flag.
is that it has to come to the board.
All right, so put his name stop on it then. That's what he wants.
Okay.
All right, Commissioner Fan, you're all right with that?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, Chairman Bradley,
I will do the same. Cancel and bond name stop.
1542 is a $6,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna counter at 10,000.
Commissioner Ford,
That's what I had down to, 10,000.
Chairman Bradley,
10,000.
1543 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
Tom, I've got a kid issue. Can you just give me one moment?
Sure thing.
So sorry about that.
Not a problem. All right, so we're at 1543.
Yeah.
This is a $1,500 conditional offer.
What controlled substance is this?
We're gonna try to bring up the report, Commissioner Finn.
Actually, Commissioner Fenn, the police report doesn't say, it just refers to controlled substance.
Wow.
I'm
All
looking
right.
for any kind of thing about what was seized. And
The defendant, who was an employee in the location, was in possession of a quantity of a controlled substance in plain view. So I don't know that they were selling prescription drugs, but the premises was allowing an employee to have controlled substances in plain view. That's what we know about this.
Okay, I'll accept 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
I was countering at 2,000.
Chairman Bradley,
1,500.
1544 is an offer of $1,500.
I'm gonna go to 1,000.
Commissioner Ford,
One employee, only employees inside, no patrons. One employee, oh, I remember now, he removed his mask when he went to empty the garbage outside and put the mask on and went back inside. It doesn't say what time the inspection took place. So what did you say, Commissioner Fan?
I said I'll go to 1,000.
Oh, I was down to 500 if even that, but I'll do 500.
Chairman Bradley.
1,000.
All right, the next item, 1545, is a $6,000 conditional offer.
6,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
6,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley. Next is 1546, is a $2,000 conditional offer.
2,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
2,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1547 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I will go to 1,000.
Commissioner Ford,
1,000.
Chairman Bradley.
1,000.
1548 is a reconsideration request for a disapproval of a new on-premises liquor license.
So this is a on-premise liquor license that we denied. Part of the reason, I guess, that they surmised was that we believe the applicant did not have any experience. The representative has indicated that the applicant will hire a manager with experience. They also try to explain that they received a loan from the prior licensee's sister and knows the prior licensee, but says that prior licensee is not involved in the business. They have stipulations from Community Board 13 that are inconsistent with the method of operation he had on the application. Apparently they told the Community Board they want a DJ and security. The application doesn't mention either. They don't really, there's a lot of other issues with this that they don't really get into in the recon, such as the money being gifted.
All right then, Commissioner Fan, on the request for reconsideration.
I'm gonna vote no.
Commissioner Ford,
I would vote yes on recon.
Chairman Bradley,
No, I'm going to vote no on recon. I don't see anything new here. The money to me is the way that it's financed with gifts to three separate people is still a concern. I know that the individual who gifted the money said that he felt like he was more secure in giving it to three separate people instead of one person. I don't buy that explanation.
are you okay there, Commissioner Fan?
I almost just jumped my entire stack, but saved it. Sorry. That would have been a disaster.
All right then. Next item is 1549, is a $5,000 conditional offer.
5,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
5,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley,
Accept.
1550 is a $10,000 conditional offer.
10,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
10,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley,
Accept.
1551 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1552 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1553 is a $2,500 conditional offer.
2,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
2,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1554 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1555 is a $2,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 1,500.
Okay, Commissioner Ford
I'll go to 1,500.
and Chairman Bradley.
1,500.
1556 and 1566 is a $7,000 conditional offer.
I'll accept.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll accept.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
1557 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1558 is a $5,000 conditional offer.
I think we're going to withdraw the second count,
Yes.
and I'm gonna go to 3,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I'll do 3,000.
Chairman Bradley.
Why are we withdrawing the second count? Is it duplicative?
Yes, I think it says that in the.
I don't remember that.
The count two should be withdrawn as it was erroneously charged. It's in the notes.
Okay. I'll do 3,000 as well and withdraw the count.
1559 is a request for reconsideration of a full board disapproval of a new on-premises liquor license application.
So here the applicant, through the representative, submits a revised diagram showing lounge seating for 12 people, 2 tables with 8 seats, a drink rail seating for 39, bar seating for 21. The revised total capacity is 246. They indicate they only have plans to allow 222 in. So now they appear to have 80 plus seats, but 142 people potentially inside without seats. They don't really deal with the college issue that we raised, except that they plan to ID. They do have the support of Assembly Member Lupardo, indicating that this is a economic development issue, and they're going to bring to life a dilapidated building that the landlord has put $600,000 into for this project. They want 1 a.m. and they want 1 a.m. closing during the week and 3 a.m. on weekends. It is a 500-foot case. The mayor of Binghamton also supports, so very strongly for the same reason that the assembly member supports, that this is a dilapidated building that the landlord has invested in, and it's an economic development project that will hopefully spur investment in this area.
All right, with that then, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote with respect to reconsideration?
Yes, I'll vote to reconsider.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
I will vote to reconsider as well.
Chairman Bradley,
I'll vote to reconsider as well.
all right, then on the application itself, Commissioner Fan, are you ready?
Yes, since the applicant is also the landlord here, I am going to support this application because it's not in their interest to allow a college bar to start, and they're certainly not going to live here. And so since they claim to have made all these investments over millions of dollars into the building, I'm also going to require some form, the highest state-of-the-art form of scanner or any kind of cell to minor presenting technology that exists out there. I'll let Chairman decide on the details of which. Otherwise, I'll vote to approve as applied for. Thank you.
All right, then, Commissioner Ford,
The ALJ found in favor of this applicant that they'd met the need. City of Binghamton, support from the mayor. There's much investment here, not just, as you said, by the landlord itself, but by the bank. I don't think the bank would have given these guys this kind of money if they felt concerned about being paid back. There was also an issue of the menu being kind of light. But then again, you know, it's a German beer bar, Brat and Wiener menu. So it's kind of consistent. Once I read that, it kind of made sense to me. So the city of Binghamton is struggling right now. So anything like this that can help them out, I'm all for it. So I vote to approve.
Chairman Bradley,
I still have huge reservations about this because of its location near Binghamton University. I do believe still that they are catering to the college student crowd. There are obviously graduate students in the area as well, who presumably would be 21. But I'll vote to approve, but as Commissioner Fan pointed out, that they're going to require to use a digital identification scanner that will be approved by licensing, and every person on entry is going to have to be scanned. Their ID will have to be scanned. Because of the location of this, they're going to have a very short leash as far as underage sales go, in my view. But I'll approve under that condition.
all right, so Commissioner Fan, you're good with that? All right, Commissioner Ford,
Yes, I'm good with that as well.
okay. The next item, 1560. This is a request for reconsideration on a matter that went before you as a default with a $3,000 penalty.
I'll go to 2,000.
All right, so you're going to grant reconsideration, reduce the penalty to 2,000. Commissioner Ford,
I'll go to 2,000 as well.
and Chairman Bradley.
I'll go to 2,000 as well.
All right, then. 1561 is another request for reconsideration. This matter, you rejected the original conditional offer, came back with cancellation of bond claim. You've already denied reconsideration once. Now the licensee is proposing a $40,000 penalty. This license has been summarily suspended since last September.
Yeah, we don't usually consider second reconsideration requests, but we did in this case because it's a suspended license and alternative is of course going to hearing. But just for the record, nothing has changed since the last time the board considered this, at which point I think I commented on the record that this licensee initially responded to having its business ended by a suspension order by offering a $20,000 conditional no contest and making no mention of the fact that the only reason it had been charged with anything is because it allegedly, the premises had allegedly been opened by a former manager who had a key and was unlawfully on the premises. The notion that somebody would, who that had just happened to, would offer $20,000 to settle charges without mentioning that, if it really had happened, is hard to believe. And 4 months later, that's the claim that's being made by this licensee for why this conduct occurred during the height of the pandemic. And I believe that's the basis on which the members declined to reconsider the last time. The only thing that's, no explanation has been offered in this reconsideration for why that seemingly impossible set of events is more possible. They've just added money to their offer.
Yeah, I actually think that she said the same thing last time. That she took her kids to California.
Yeah, but she didn't, right. She didn't explain the seeming incongruity in that story and essentially admits in her silence that it is incongruous, that it cannot be reconciled. That's all. That's my point.
Okay, I understand.
All right, with that, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote?
Yes, I'm gonna vote yes on recon and took the 40,000.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
Yeah, there's some questionable things here. I just think 40,000 is a lot of money to flush down the toilet. She doesn't intend on operating, by the rules of her license. Plus, it's been closed on what, since September now. So I'm going to go along with Commissioner Fan and vote to reconsider, and accept the 40,000.
all right, Chairman Bradley,
I'm going to counter or not accept the 40,000 and deny the reconsideration. This was a karaoke speakeasy with dozens and dozens of people inside a bar during the height of COVID, and then concealing it. Obviously, intentionally a danger to themselves, and the fact that she was not anywhere around and other people had keys to her place does not excuse that conduct.
all right, then the next items are 15, 62, and 63. It's a request for reconsideration. We impose cancellation of bond claim after hearing on charges that included one matter that was a subject of a summary suspension, and there was a prior summary suspension for this licensee.
Have letters of support, including a letter of support from Senator Adabo. But as Secretary pointed out, this is their second summary, and they've already paid a $35,000 fine in August.
Yeah, the senator's letter, respectfully, does not address the conduct or that after essentially getting a license back for a last chance, that they acted in a way that caused the board to have to suspend them again.
All right, with that, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote?
I'm gonna vote no on reconsideration.
Okay. Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to vote no on reconsideration as well.
Chairman Bradley.
I would have voted yes on reconsideration given the senator's support, but it's no.
All right, next items 1564 and 65. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
Which one are we on again now, Tom?
1564 and 65.
Give me just a second here. Oh. Here. Sorry. Hey, out of order here. I'll accept.
Okay, Chairman Bradley,
I'll accept 1,500.
1567 is a $5,000 conditional offer.
I'll accept 5,000.
Commissioner Ford,
5,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley,
Accept.
1568 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley,
Accept.
1569 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1570 is a $2,000 conditional offer.
I'm gonna accept 2,000.
Commissioner Ford,
2,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1571 is a $1,000 conditional offer.
I'll accept 1,000.
Commissioner Ford
I'll accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1572 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 750.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
I'll do 750.
Chairman Bradley.
750.
1573 is an offer of cancellation and bond claim.
Cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
They are out of business, so cancel and bond accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Kingston, dude. Cancel and bond.
1574, a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll accept 15.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1575 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
So food charge, I'm gonna go to 1,000.
Commissioner Ford
I'm going to accept 1,500.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1576 is an offer of cancellation and bond claim.
Cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Cancel and bond accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1577 is a $2,000 offer.
I'll take 2,000.
Commissioner Ford,
2,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1578 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll take 15.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1579, a $1,500 conditional offer.
15. Accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1580 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1581 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
There's one employee. I do 1,000.
I'll do 1,000.
All right. Chairman Bradley?
1,000.
All right, I need a couple minutes, Tom.
Sure thing. All right, then if we're all ready, we'll continue with the calendar. I'll take that as we're all ready. All right, then, the next items, 1582 and 85. It's an offer of cancellation and bond claim.
I would take cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Cancel and bond, accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1583 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500, accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1584 is a $1,500 conditional offer. Commissioner Fan, when you're ready.
I was gonna go to 2,000.
Okay, Commissioner Ford,
Why? Because they were just drinking, I didn't know. I'm gonna accept 1,500.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to accept.
All right, the next item is 1586. It's a $4,000 conditional offer.
I'm sorry, Tom. I was on the wrong one. The one before, I should be accepting 1,500.
Oh, okay,
This one-
1584.
Sorry, I got confused. Yeah,
All right,
this one
15
is
All right, so 1584, just for everybody
Accept.
watching at home, is accepted by all the members. They offer $1,500. The next item is 1586. It's a $4,000 conditional offer.
that's the one I want to go to 2,000.
Okay, 2,000 for that one. Commissioner Ford,
I'm gonna accept.
okay. Chairman Bradley,
I'm going to accept and put on the record that they're heading in a dangerous direction as far as their license goes, based on this and their adverse history going back to 2017.
all right, then the next items are 1587 and 1588. It's a $4,000 conditional offer.
I'll accept 4,000.
Commissioner Ford,
I had a question. Accept, yes.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
All right, 1589 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll take 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
I was gonna go to 1,000. They've been licensed since 1987 and only have one minor violation.
that's all they've had in the last 5 years.
I'm still at 1,000.
Okay. Chairman Bradley,
I'll go to 1,000.
all right, 1590 is a $2,500 conditional offer.
I was gonna go to 1,500.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
They've just been licensed since 2018, so I'm going to accept.
Chairman Bradley,
I'll accept.
1591 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500, accept.
Chairman Bradley,
I'll accept.
1592 and 93 is a $7,500 conditional offer.
I'll take 7,500.
Thank you, Commissioner Fan. Commissioner Ford,
7,500, accept.
Chairman Bradley,
I'll accept.
1594 is a $6,000 conditional offer.
6,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
6,000, accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1595 is a default at pleading by counsel's office and wants charge number 2 withdrawn.
I will withdraw number 2 and I'm at 3,500.
Commissioner Ford,
Same here, but I'm at 3,000. The underage agent was 20.
Chairman Bradley,
Isn't this their second sale?
No.
Why do I? Hold on one second.
$15.95?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry, hold on for a second. Yeah, there is, yeah, let me. Let me just go back here. There is a pending matter. It's a non-calendar item. That chairman is. It may be on the last stack you got. With an offer of $3,000. That has not been adjudicated yet, though.
That was 2,000. So then.
Okay, so that was a violation of sale to minor, September 22nd. They submitted an offer of $3,000
September
We should put this
22nd of
over.
what year?
of 2020. So
And that's the date of the violation?
yes, that matter
Just gonna bang.
is either with the chairman or on its way to the chairman as a non-calendar item.
I see.
That happened when that violation took place while they were operating under the temporary permit, which is why you're looking at the date of issuance. It happened while they're operating on a temporary. So this would be their second sale to minor.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I guess in the ordinary course, we would want the gavel to fall on the first one before we consider this a second offense, but because it's a non-calendar matter and they put in the CNC, I think the chairman can say that he's going to approve that.
Yes.
I think we can treat this as the second offense.
And it is on my desk right now, but I obviously was a bit tied up prepping for this.
I think it's fair to treat this as a second offense, which would be, we would usually do 6,000 for. Even though it's 2 in a couple of months since they're licensed, which is not a good sign.
All right, so with that clarification, then I'm just going to go back to confirm the votes. Commissioner Fan, where are you?
I'm at 6,000.
All right, Commissioner Ford,
It would have to be 6,000.
Chairman Bradley.
6,000.
The next item, 1596, it's a no contest plea. And Council's Office is requesting that charge number 4 be withdrawn.
I withdraw number 4 and I'm at 10,000.
Commissioner Ford,
Yeah, I'll do 10,000 too, since most of these were quite a while ago and not for like disorderly or dangerous kind of stuff like that. So I'll take 10.
Chairman Bradley,
I'll do 10 as well and withdraw charge 4.
1597 is a $2,000 conditional offer.
2,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
2,000 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1598 is a $2,000 conditional offer.
2,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford
2,000 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1599 was held over. It was originally a default at pleading. It was held over. I believe now we now have a conditional offer from the licensee of $1,500. Commissioner Fan,
And I will go to 1,000.
Commissioner Ford,
1,000 due to longevity.
Chairman Bradley.
1,000.
Next item is 1,600. This is a package store application that was held over from the last meeting at the request of the applicant.
So this is a store with no employees, principal to manage. It will be bulletproof. The the principal has no experience. He does manage a restaurant, but it's unlicensed. He will devote full time to the store. It's 893 square feet. 690 of that will be retail. The closest store is 0.7 miles away. There are 4 within 1.2 miles. There are 2 stores that protest. The City of Buffalo councilman also protests, and local resident protests. The location was licensed until 2009. A 2010 application was filed and denied for cause. 3 of the 4 closest stores are bulletproof. The opposition says there are 5 stores within 1.6 miles and that the population is stagnant. And in addition to the City of Buffalo councilman and a local resident, there are two stores who protest as well.
All right, then, with that, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote?
Yes. There's a lot of protests here. Applicant has no experience. Postal store is really not doing that well, so I'm going to vote to deny.
All right, Commissioner Ford.
Closest store with a much larger footprint. Seems to have declining sales. I don't know. I'm not sure I see the need, so I'm going to vote to deny. Even though the
Chairman
council
Bradley.
has withdrawn his opposition, I still just see the need. I'm voting to deny.
All right, Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote to deny as well. It's bulletproof, so that is of questionable public convenience and advantage when there's this many stores close by. There are 4 within 1.1 miles. The population is stagnant. The applicant does not give any evidence that they will be carrying any specialty products or providing services that are not already supplied. The local councilman objects, as do local residents. So I don't see any public convenience or advantage. And the other thing that's concerning to me is it appears that the entire project is financed on a credit card.
Yes, good catch.
All right, then the next item is 1601. This matter's been held over twice now. This is a request for declaratory ruling regarding internet promotion an internet promotions platform.
As the members may remember, at the last meeting, we discussed this declaratory ruling request, and Commissioner Fan raised an issue about the circumstances under which a patron who purchases a credit but doesn't use it would get their money back, as was reflected in one of the other declaratory rulings in this area. We have since received a supplement from the applicant, from the requester, that provides more detail, and that detail includes 3 options for the customer to get their money back, including an automatic return of it if it's not used within 1 year.
All right, so with that, are the members ready to proceed with the vote on the request?
Yes. I am satisfied with the response from Requesters Council, and I am going to vote to approve, or just say under declaratory ruling that this proposed method of operation, it's allowable under current ABC laws.
Commissioner Ford.
I'm satisfied with how the concerns have been addressed and answered, and so I'm going to vote to approve as written as well.
All right, Chairman Bradley.
I'm also going to vote to approve the method of operation as presented to the board, that it is within the bounds of the law.
All right, the next item, 1602. It's a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
Next, 1603, it's a request for reconsideration of a disapproval of a package store alteration.
The alteration would add square footage of, they're asking us to reconsider, saying that the square footage that they're adding is 650 square feet, not 800 as initially estimated. It means that it will be 350 square feet of extra retail space. And it would be, the proposed square footage would be 2,250 total instead of 2,450 as the initial application indicated. And 1,350 of that would be retail, not 1,650. Other than that, they don't really present any new information.
Yeah, I would also comment that the request for reconsideration states that the initial numbers were not based on a measurement and were an estimation, and now they've measured. But I took a look at the application, and the application included a copy of the lease of the store they're taking over next door and expanding into. And that lease gave the same square footage that they provided the first time. So it's not clear to me, and they haven't amended their drawing as to what portion of the takeover space is going to be storage and what portion is going to be retail space. So they're just asking us. They're just saying that they have 300 square foot less retail space. I don't know where that comes from, but anyway, for what it's worth, that's part of the record.
With that, Commissioner Fanning, you ready to vote on the reconsideration?
Yes, I'll vote yes on reconsideration.
Commissioner Ford,
I voted yes in this to begin with, so I'm going to vote to reconsider. Yes.
Chairman Bradley.
Yeah, I'm voting no on reconsideration. I didn't see anything that would change my mind.
All right, we have two votes for reconsideration, then we'll move to the application then.
Since there's no protest, I'm gonna vote to support the expansion, so I'm gonna vote yes.
Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to vote yes too, as I did before.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote no. The two closest stores we just licensed in 2019, April, basically on the same day. So I don't know that we have any indication of how they're going to affect the demand for alcohol. So I'm not ready to expand on that yet.
All right, then the next item, 1604. It's an offer of $1,500.
I would take 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1605. It's a request for reconsideration of a package store disapproval.
The applicant has sent in a recon indicating that the closest store is now closed. That does seem to be accurate. We approved a removal of the closest store to the applicant on April of 2021. Still, technically, the license is not there because they have not fulfilled the conditions of the removal, so the store is closed, but it's still technically located there. And that's pretty much the only information that they provide that's different.
All right, then on the request for reconsideration, Commissioner Fan.
I'm going to let Commissioner Ford speak first.
All right, Commissioner Ford.
Gentlemen before ladies this time, I guess. That's a first. I'm going to vote for yes for reconsideration, yes.
All right, I'll vote yes as well then.
All right, Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote no.
All right, then, on the application itself. Commissioner Fan or
I
Ford?
vote to approve.
Okay. Commissioner Ford,
I vote to approve.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote to deny. There's still 7 stores within 1.24 miles in a driving community, and this is a bulletproof store, and I see no public convenience and advantage to adding another bulletproof store that will admittedly, from the applicant's own words, be meagerly stocked.
All right, then, the next item is 1606. It's a reconsideration of a package on-premises liquor license application, sorry.
Yes, for the record, this is an application that the board denied when it came to us the first time, primarily on the grounds that the family involved was involved in a prior availing that put the son, Kevin O'Connell Jr., a convicted felon, in the position of being the partner, owner, operator of a restaurant, and that the son had, after that one crashed, again availed the license of another to open up a restaurant called The Standard, which is the same name that the current application seeks to use. After that resolution, the agency received a FOIL request from, I presume, counsel to these applicants. We delivered the records that the board considered, or that were before the board the first go round, and they've now presented a request for reconsideration that includes sworn statements from the father and the mother. Conspicuously absent is any sworn statement from Kevin O'Connell Jr., the availer at the other 2 locations, the alleged availer, no, actually the availer. And the affidavits appear to try to slalom through the record that was presented the first time to the board, and says that the facts are not accurate in certain respects. So we made sure that the board had the underlying reports of the investigations of those prior 2 availings in the record for their consideration in this request for reconsideration. I think those records speak for themselves, but the evidence of availing in those 2 circumstances, including the involvement of the father and the mother, is really overwhelming. And in both circumstances, a partner in the business who Kevin Jr. had partnered with confirmed the facts that were alleged in support of the availing, and then defaulted on the cases because they were out of those businesses when they found out what was really going on. So they've asked, based on these affidavits, for the board to reconsider, and it now has a larger record, and that's all I have to say about it.
I think Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote on the issue of reconsideration?
Yes, I think in a situation where the explanation made the application weaker, so I'm going to vote no on recon. Thank you.
All right, Commissioner Ford on reconsideration.
I'm going to vote no.
Chairman Bradley.
I'm going to vote no as well. The evidence of availing here is significant and caused a couple licenses already to be canceled. I don't think there's any question it was going on.
All right, then, next item 1607, it's an offer of cancellation and bond claim.
Cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Cancel and bond, accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Cancel and bond.
Next item is 1608, to $2,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna give it a 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
I had 1,500 too, based on longevity.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll go to 15.
All right, 1609, it's an offer of cancellation and bond claim.
I will take cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
After an adverse history that consists of, like, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, this will be their 5th sale to minor. Gladly, I accept cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll cancel and bond.
Next item is 1610, a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 750.
Commissioner Ford,
Yeah, 750, been in business since 1962. Kennedy was alive.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll go to 750.
Next item is 1611, it's a $2,000 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 1,500.
1,500. Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to accept, and no, I'll do 1,500.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll go to 1,500.
1612 is a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept.
1613 is a conditional offer of cancellation and bond claim.
I'll take cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Yes. Cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley.
Cancel and bond.
Next item is 1614. It's a $3,500 conditional offer.
3,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
3,500 accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1615, a $3,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 500.
Commissioner Ford,
Where are you, Commissioner Fan?
I'm at 500. There's a non-bona fide charge, but it has to do with them not selling alcohol.
Actually, in thinking this through, I believe the charge concerns the fact that they allowed somebody else to operate on their premises. So it's not a charge that's without merit. They admit it, actually. They say that someone unassociated with the license was doing a takeout business there. So they were not really open.
But you're right, there was no alcohol.
And there was no alcohol on the premises.
Right.
It wasn't.
So she's at 500, Commissioner Ford.
I was at 1,500.
All right.
right. Commissioner, I'm sorry, what was that, Commissioner Fan? Okay, Chairman Bradley?
I'll go to 500.
Make
All right,
it
the next up.
change mine. I'm
Okay.
at 500 too.
Next is 1616, a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,500 accept.
and Chairman Bradley. Chairman Bradley,
Accept.
1617, offer of cancellation and bond claims.
I'll take Councilman Bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Yeah, up on Marshall Street. That's the top of the SU Hill. That's where everything happens. I'll take cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll accept cancel and bond.
1618, a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll take 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
Accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Was that your friend who wants to?
I'm sorry, Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
Okay. 1619, a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'm gonna go to 1,000.
Commissioner Ford,
1,000.
Chairman Bradley.
1,000.
I'm sorry, what was that, Chairman?
1,000.
1620, a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll take 1,500.
Commissioner Ford,
Same here. Accept. 1,500.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1621, a $1,500 conditional offer.
1,500 accept.
Commissioner Ford,
1,500. Accept.
Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1622, a $1,000 offer.
1,000 accept.
Commissioner Ford
1,000. Accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1623, a $1,500 conditional offer.
I'll accept.
Commissioner Ford
Accept.
and Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1624, 25, and 26. It's an offer of cancellation and bond claim.
Cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford
Cancel and bond.
and Chairman Bradley.
Cancel and bond.
1628, 29, and 30. It's an offer of $7,500. And this license has been renewed through 2023.
I will accept 7,500.
Commissioner Ford,
Accept. 7,500.
Chairman Bradley. Chairman Bradley.
Accept.
1631 is a proposed advisory extending the temporary relief granted by previous advisories until the end of June with respect to submission of renewal fees, safekeeping requirements, the collection of civil penalties.
I would vote to extend COVID-related relief regarding renewal fees, safekeeping requirements, and civil penalty collection, extending it until June 30, 2021.
Commissioner Ford,
Same here.
Chairman Bradley.
I will do the same.
Next item is 1631A. It's a request for reconsideration of a disapproval of a new on-premises liquor license.
For the record, this case came before the board either last meeting or the meeting before, and the issue the board had was that there was missing information pointed out at the 500-foot hearing about hours and operations and a statement that supported the public interest of licensing this location. We now have a letter on reconsideration that addresses those issues, provides the hours. I believe it attaches some statements from electeds about why this applicant's proposed restaurant would serve the public interest. So that record is now before the board for consideration.
And just so we have a letter from a local assembly person, O'Donnell City Council person, Manhattan Borough President, as well as from the Community Board approving the method of operation. It's a restaurant with 208 patrons, 42 tables, 130 seats, 2 bars with 23 seats, and the hours are 2 a.m. Sunday through Thursday, 4 a.m. Friday and Saturday, with a sidewalk patio.
All right, with that, Commissioner Fan, are you ready to vote on reconsideration?
Yes, I'll vote to reconsider.
Commissioner Ford
I'll vote to reconsider as well.
and Chairman Bradley.
I'll vote to reconsider as well.
All right, on the application itself, Commissioner Fan,
I'm going to vote to approve as applied for background music only, 2 a.m. Sunday to Thursday, 4 a.m. Friday, Saturday. No promoters, no dancing. I think I already said background music only.
all right then, Commissioner Ford
I'm going to approve under the same conditions.
and Chairman Bradley.
I will approve as well under the same conditions. The community board approved the hours for inside and outside, so I'll go with the community board, which I think is consistent with what Commissioner Fan already stated.
All right then, the next item is 1631B. This is a conditional offer, $20,000 for a license that's been summarily suspended since May 10th.
Yes, for the record, we have with this conditional no contest statements from husband and wife. The wife is the licensee, the husband is a convicted felon. The wife operates the bakery next door. This is a case where the board suspended because there were a series of complaints about executive order violations. Investigator Stravali spoke to the operator and her husband. They denied that they had been operating in the fashion complained of. Investigator Stravali made clear to them why what was being complained about was a violation and that they should be sure to comply with the law. And notwithstanding that conversation, which we have an audio tape of, they operated in exactly the same way right after that call, as if the law did not apply to them. The other concern was the husband's involvement in that conversation and at the premises. The husband was there on the night these events were discovered. The husband spoke knowledgeably about the events on the telephone. The husband and wife are now swearing in affidavits that he plays no role in the premises, that he, other than to lift things that his wife can't lift, that he has his own business, which is essentially what he represented when they applied for the license. There's actually a written statement that says he will have no involvement. They also claim that the reason the husband got involved was because the wife is concerned about her English skills and is timid. I'm not sure if they knew we had this conversation on audio tape, but we do, and it's been provided to the members. I won't characterize my views of it, but suffice it to say that it is further evidence of whether the current claims about the applicant, the licensee and her husband are accurate.
All right, with that then, Commissioner Fan.
You know, it's counsel stated, I have a lot of concerns that the husband is not going to be hands off. I'm going to accept the 20,000, but please, please, please run the business the way you're supposed to, or you're just going to waste this money. So we will definitely be checking again.
And then Commissioner Ford.
I am going to vote to deny. I just think from listening to the conversation and everything else, I think he's really running things and not her. He seemed to know everything down to, well, everything, and she didn't. So I'm going to vote to deny.
Yeah, it's not a,
Reject.
it's a CNC offer of 20,000, so you can reject it or you can counter.
I'm going to reject it and counter at cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley?
Yeah, I'm going to counter cancel and bond as well. I listened to the phone call, and I mean that wasn't the only thing that concerned me. The not just the husband running it, which is obviously a big deal, but the other part that concerned me is that when they got the call warning them that their conduct was inappropriate and violative of the law, they literally ignored that conversation, and 2 days later were doing everything they were warned about, including having a DJ and violating the executive orders and, you know, affecting the safety of their customers as well as their employees. So I'm at cancel and bond as well.
The next items, 1631E and F. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's a conditional offer of $30,000.
So this is another CNC of a case where the license was recently suspended by the board. Suspended last week, actually. Another case in which a licensee disregarded clear warnings about the means in which they were operating their location. As the board may recall, I actually sent a letter myself to detailed email to myself to this licensee, describing the conduct that was being charged, indicating why we weren't suspending the license based on repeated violations of the law and giving a final chance that the licensee had converted this location from what was supposed to be a neighborhood restaurant into a nightclub with an illegal DJ, advertising, etc. And that email was responded to that the licensee said, I believe the words were received and understood. And we didn't go back that weekend. We went back the following week. And by that time, they were operating in exactly the same fashion that they were warned not to be operating in, turning their purported neighborhood restaurant into a nightclub and violating executive order restrictions. There's also violence associated with this location, etc. And the CNC letter purports to defend the lawyer purports to defend the client's conduct because they were newer in the business and they were overwhelmed by the pandemic. I got to say, you know, that stock language may work in some contexts, but does not apply in this case. It could not, the rules could not have been made clearer to this licensee, and she chose to disregard them. We decided to send up this offer because it's really up to the board to decide what to do in a circumstance like this. It is a substantial cash offer, but this is a place that was already fined for executive order violations, and then was caught on multiple occasions breaking the same laws after repeated warnings.
All right, so with that then, Commissioner Fanny, ready to vote?
Yes, with the other pending offer with the other pending actually penalty of 7,500 plus this 30,000. Together, they're going to owe us 37,500. I'm gonna accept it.
Commissioner Ford,
I'm going to counter cancel and bond.
Chairman Bradley.
I'll counter cancel and bond as well.
All right, the next items I have 1631G, H, and I. This is a conditional offer of cancellation and bond claim. Its license was merely suspended back in November.
I'm gonna accept cancel and bond.
Commissioner Ford,
Cancel and bond accepted.
Chairman Bradley.
Except,
I'd also like to request that the availer in this case, Daniel Presti, be tracked and any application involved with him go back to the board.
we'll just for clarity for the public, we don't track them. We
What do we do?
name stuff.
Name stop.
We name stuff.
We don't track anybody.
I didn't know the lingo.
Commissioner Fan, are you okay with including the name stop?
Sure.
Commissioner Ford,
Absolutely.
Chairman Bradley.
Yes.
Do we know that that's his legal name?
No.
Yes,
Oh, we do?
I do, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Chairman, I have no other items on the calendar. Do you have anything else?
No, thank you all. Have a good rest of the week. And Memorial Day.
With that, this meeting is
Oh.
concluded.